Hi again, happy Sunday. So this is just a little quick video for parents and any fears around the Great Shift and around the children that we have, any concerns that we have. Will my children ascend? Will I ascend? Will I not see my children? All these fears are they're okay to have. You are sailing into the unknown. So no, you won't be separated from your children at all. Our children are already on this plane, already with fourth dimensionality and fifth dimensionality. They were born with the attributes that they needed for these times. So they're not really ascending like we are. We are healing old wounds, old traumas that are far more deeply ingrained than theirs. And that's not to say that they won't be shedding something, but they are not going to go through it like we are. They're already here, already ascended. So you don't have to worry about them going anywhere or you going anywhere, and if anything, they are here to help as well. So look to your children. What are they doing? How are they navigating these situations and circumstances? Really interesting to look at our children and actually their behaviours around things. They are very non-confrontational. If there is anything not serving them or suiting them, they will just walk away from it. There are some aspects in our society that is literally will make them crumble in some ways, but they've still got the attributes to pick themselves up and to be okay with things. Even though it's really, really hard for a parent to watch, and it's really, really hard as a parent to have faith in your children and allow them to be the way that they need to be right now. So we will go against the grain because we've got certain teachings, how we were brought up, certain teachings from society, how things should be. Your worth is attached to working hard, your worth is attached to education and outcomes and things like that. They are born with attributes where none of those things matter to them. So this is why they may appear lazy as well to some of us parents. You get parents that will complain, our such and such is a lazy so-and-so. All he wants to do is what he wants to do. So yeah, that's kind of like where society are actually heading. So it is kind of like coming from more of a beehive work mentality that we don't no longer need to be within, into a fourth dimensionality of it is more about what you want to do, not what you have to do. So you will feel this in the glands as well and around the neck area, sore throats, things like that. So you can see in children the way kind of like our belief systems and our own teachings can have an impact on our children. So they will have ailments that you'll be able to see the way you are kind of, and that's not to say that you are impacting your child. It's not saying that at all. But our children, if they are coming out with glands or tonsils or things like that, then they are reflective about potentials of something not serving them. So look at how they are, look at their behaviours. If they do appear lazy, let them choose, let them get on with things. If they are kind of like social media or gaming, it's some of this reality at the moment that they are experiencing, third dimensionality, is really tricky for them to navigate. It's real hard work for them. However, after the shift coming up in the next full moon, it should get a little bit easier for them. Hopefully we'll see them emerging into who they are here to be. So the way they lose themselves in social media and gaming and things like that is one way of allowing them to navigate the third dimensionality reality. With this shift, shift and the third dimensionality option of not experiencing it anymore, perhaps may bring a shift in our children. It may bring a shift in their behaviours. So that is to just be seen. But they don't have to worry about them. They've already got the attributes to go through this. They are absolutely beautiful and fine. So please, parents, do not worry about them. I know some parents have, also this is for parents as well, parents who have got children that are in the education system or have been in the education system, and you can see them suffering, you can see them depressed, you can see them not thriving in that system, you can see them self-harming, wanted to end it. It's really tough as a parent, and I can speak from personal experience as well, really, really tough. So how you navigate it as a parent, you will be feeling subconsciously hurt, you'll be feeling subconsciously angry at your children, and you'll think, no, I love my children, I definitely won't. Kinesiology, am I feeling angry towards my child? So if it goes straight through, it's a no. If it's kind of staying there, then it is a yes, that you are feeling subconscious anger towards your child, and it will stay around in the body somewhere. So this is one way of really kind of like being conscious of it, and one way of releasing it is to literally go through a practice and just say, I forgive myself as a parent that I only did what I did with the tools that I had at the time and the learnings and teachings that I had at the time. Forgive yourself, then kind of send that forgiveness to your children or child, and they were only reacting with what tools they had at the time. And this third dimensionality reality for an already ascended being that is already in fourth and fifth dimensionality, it's a tough gig. It's a really tough gig. So it's to be forgiving of yourself and forgiving of your child, and this will change your frequency as well, and it will change your relationship with your child as well. And it's to have a little bit of faith in them, as to they have the attributes and they have an inner knowing of how to navigate their being at the moment. So their being may not be happy in the education system. Unfortunately, the education system isn't navigating towards creative children, imaginative children. So if your child is creative and imaginative, they potentially are going to, and this is no disrespect to teachers or the education services either, because you are all doing an amazing, fantastic job just with the tools that you have at hand. So this is no blame game on kind of like any education systems or teachers out there. You are all doing an amazing job with what you have. But there are certain attributes that our children are not happy with. So the body needs certain brainwaves as well. So creativity brainwaves, we need to bring a harmony to the body. So if we are being stifled in creativity and imagination, then we are not producing these certain brainwaves that we need to be healthy. So gamma brainwaves, delta brainwaves, we need those to find a balance. We need all of them. Unfortunately, sometimes the processes or the day, the educational day within our child's remit doesn't provide all avenues to create all aspects of these brainwaves for balance. I hope some scientists look into this, because this will be amazing. So children with imagination and in the system, forgive them. Yeah, all of us, we are just trying to navigate this the best way that we can. Maybe, so it's trusting them, trusting them be navigated by your child, which it just goes against the complete grain as a parent, that you just think they don't know what they want, they're a child, they're a kid, but they have certain attributes already intrinsically within them to navigate this shift, to navigate into fourth dimensionality. They've already got the 7 sacred rights held within them, so they will protect themselves, they will just walk away from anyone that's harming them. They will, I know this is awful, but they've got PDAR kind of like radar already kind of like ingrained within them, and they would kind of like have no qualms about you're a pedo, I'm not going anywhere near you, thank you, and I will call you out on it. I don't know if any of you parents have kind of like noticed this, and this certainly wasn't in our day. We didn't even know what a paedophile was in our day. We were told to just navigate away from strangers, and they may offer you sweets or want you to go see some puppies, whereas it's a completely different kettle of fish today. These children are probably more protected than ever in that respect, so that is a beautiful thing. So try not to worry about your children as much, and those parents having a tough time with these very beautiful, creative children, try to put a little bit more faith in them. Allow them to use the system and not allow the system to use them. Don't allow the system to dampen their creativity. If there is something that they are just not interested in within their educational remit, then duck out. If there is something that they are navigating towards and they are wholeheartedly, absolutely passionate about and love, great, go full throttle on that. If you've got a child that you just think they're just not passionate about anything at the moment, then great, just let them be in that no man's land. Let them kind of like, and in the no man's land and the boredom, they will gravitate naturally towards something that they will become passionate about. Just try and have a little bit of faith in this scenario, and try to have less fear around, well, if they don't get their GCSEs and the other education, if they don't get the right job, that they will not be of value to society. It's kind of not going to work like that. Each human being is going to have their own role in this, on this planet. They will have their own unique vibration and their own unique set of attributes, which will be very much required by everybody, by the whole planet. So everyone has a unique skill set, so to speak. You can't teach that. It's just something intrinsically within that person, and they almost kind of like need to come away from noise in order to get back to actually who they are, to feel. The most important thing you can do as a parent right now is allow your children to feel and allow them to be whoever they are. If that means gaming for a while because everything is too much for them, I know it goes completely against the grain as a parent. I know, I get this, being there. And they may gravitate to something that you yourself may not be interested in. And it's try to nurture whatever it is that they are being drawn to and attracted to. It may not suit you, it may not suit your lifestyle, it may not suit your ideals for your children, but just allow them to really become whoever they are. So as parents, if we are accepting of our children and all of their facets, then we are encouraging them to accept themselves in their entirety anyway. Obviously, there are all different types of spectrums as well. So there are autistic spectrums, there are sexuality spectrums at the moment. They have more choice than we ever did. So allow them to navigate their way up and down the spectrums, to find out where they fit, to find out where they are, to find out who they are. So what? The spectrum is wide, so what? None of it is wrong. None of it is right. It just is. They're just spectrums. They're fine. It may not fit into your ideals. It may not fit into your beliefs. It may not fit into your learnings. I'm really sorry, but so what? The only way that you can really help these children is allow them to test the spectrums, is allow them to look at the spectrums, and hold no judgment as to wherever they are on them. It has to be what's right for them. And I always think love is love. Regardless of where it comes from, who it's to, where it's from, love is love. Who are any of us to judge or disallow any of that? It's the highest vibrational energy that exists in any dimension. So love is love. And it's allowing a better relationship with your children as well in these times. Part of you will have to let something go, maybe, if it is frictional. And your children will learn, if you are frictional as well, to let you go. And that is your choosing, that is your choice. So basically it's be conscious of how you are behaving or with your children, in that they will just let you go. With love for themselves, they will just let you go, and it's what they have to do for their survival. And also part of you as well, you know, you will have to let them go as part of their survival as well, to be whoever they want to be, and to spread their wings and to fly. As parents, this is what our job to do, and the hardest part at some point is to let your children go. That is the hardest part, and it's okay to grieve for them. Teenagers, maybe kind of like part of them being pains in the backside is to literally to make it easier for you to let them go, to be independent and to fly. Just go with it, but just love them in their entirety, their difficulties, their behaviours, whatever is coming up. It may not match our ideals, teachings or belief systems, but it's just to have acceptance and allowance around it. It's liberating. Really brave thing to do, really hard thing to do, but can be so liberating to have that relationship with your child that is not codependent, but you are independent of one another, but still enable each other to have a really loving relationship and accepting relationship, no matter what that may comprise of. So don't worry about your children. Learn to let go a little bit and allow. This will help you, this will help them. So children are children, and the ascension and the great shift. Alright guys, I shall leave all that energy with you. Lots of love, lots of light. Take care. See you in the next time.